Good evening to you all. You're currently listening to 9XM Wisconsin Public Radio. My name is Ronald McSticks, and what you are about to listen to is Milwaukee Dutchmen Continental League baseball action as the Dutchmen take on the Philadelphia Brown Trousers in an evening matchup. Again, I am Ronald McSticks. I will be providing your play-by-play commentary for the evening. And the Milwaukee Dutchmen have made quite a surge through the Continental League with a 2-game lead on first place. And the Philadelphia Brown Trousers currently in second place. Again, 2 games back. With this the first of a 3-game series. At the halfway point of the season, the Dutchmen, sitting at 14-7, have won their last 3 games. However, the Philadelphia Brown Trousers are on a 5-game winning streak, currently at 12-9, having jumped over teams such as the New York Haberdashers, the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, and the Boston Ruffians along the way in the standings. So the way things have been shaking up at the halfway point, not anywhere close to where we expected as the season began. But nonetheless, it should be an exciting game. Returning off of injury, Dave "Dump" McDan on the mound for the Dutchmen, and we hope to see a strong return from the Dutchmen as they welcome the home crowd to a pivotal game, a pivotal series, as we start the second half of the Continental League season here in 1919. Let's head down to the field to our PA announcer for the starting lineups and batting order of both teams.
Good evening, Milwaukee, and we'd like to welcome you to the Milwaukee Baseball Grounds here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. For tonight's game, between the Philadelphia Brown Trousers and the home team, Milwaukee Dutchmen. At this time, allow me to introduce the starting lineup and batting order of the visiting Philadelphia Brown Trousers. Batting first, the right fielder, number 41, Truss Grundleson. Batting second, the first baseman, number 13, Crispy Yellow. Batting third, the shortstop, number 4, Mickey Lice. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 10, Trant Sylvan. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 6, Willie Pregnet. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 2, Dunk Ferrari. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 3, Hoonsley Fair. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 9, Bent Wildly. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, number 32, Beef Nuggets. At this time, please give your round of applause as we introduce the starting lineup and batting order of the Milwaukee Dutchmen. Batting first, the third baseman, number 27, Venus Jackson. Batting second, the first baseman, number 4, Booty Crooks. Batting third, the right fielder, number 28, Bustles Muxon. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 19, Max Beef. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 47, Nate Yourself. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 10, Ben Mark Stramplison. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 33, Goody Fine. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 11, Mike Gunk. And batting ninth, starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Dutchmen, please welcome back number 35, Dave "Dump" McDan.
Yes, as you can see, this crowd very excited for tonight's game. Welcoming back the starting pitcher, Dave "Dump" McDan, who took a A violent line drive right to himself, and was out of commission. His last start for the Dutchman as he takes the mound here against Truss Grundleson, and the first pitch is a swinging strike. Second pitch is a line ground ball right to Max Beef, and the first out is recorded here as crispy yellow. Dave John McDann's first start was how many days ago? Let me do the math. It was on the 22nd. Which, my word, that would be almost 2 weeks ago. So, returned from that injury. And with 2 outs and facing Mickey Lice, he gives up a single up the middle. That'll be fielded by Nature Self. With Front Sovin up to bat, this is a difficult batsman for McDann to face. McDann has had quite the season so far. That's going to be popped up, should be easily playable, and it will be Max Beef with the catch. And the first 3 outs are recorded by the Milwaukee Dutchmen. No score, just the 1 hit. McDann has started 4 games, pitched on an average of 6 innings per game. He's 2-0 as far as decisions go. 6 strikeouts, an ERA of only 2.589. His whip is under 1, 0.781, so he is one of the stronger starting pitchers, and he was definitely missed in his absence. He's got the lowest ERA of the starting rotation, and of course alongside Con Wootleson, Donut Strickworth, and Goof Alibi. And that will be out number 2, caught by, that right there was completely fair. Beef Nuggets on the mound for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. 4-0 on his season. 15 strikeouts going into today's game. But then it's a ground ball there. Go throw right to crispy yellow, and no hits, no runs. At the end of 1, just 1 hit for the Brown Trousers. And Willie Pregnett up to bat for the Brown Trousers. Pregnett batting .264 on the season, 9 RBIs. And 5 home runs. He's going to ground this one very easily to Venus Jackson. It's in the dirt, and it's dropped. Oh no, that might be an error if our scorekeeper is vigilant enough. If he's been paying attention and not dipping into his iodine. And oh goodness me, Booty Cooks is having a time out there. Could not get his glove to it. And that's going to be a single. With Pregnett moving to third. The attempt to steal, and the tag is not in time. The throw is on target, but not on time. And this Philadelphia team is showing exactly why. They are coming into this series with a 5-game winning streak. That is a strikeout, a very important out recorded of Poonsley Fair. Here is Bent Wildly, bottom of the order for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. 8th in the lineup is Bent Wildly, the pitcher spot on deck. Wildly, however, batting pretty well, and an attempt for the fancy down double play. It's going to be a line out right to the second baseman, Benmork Stramplison, but tagging up at second. Well done, and that should be an easy play. Beef to Quooks, and the Dutchman preserve the 0 on the board. Here's Max Beef up to bat for the Dutchman. Max Beef starting as a pinch hitter. He is batting .362, second only to Venus Jackson of the regular starters in batting average. 13 RBIs, only 3 home runs, but he's been making contact where it matters. 11 of his 17 hits are singles, and he's going to get on base yet again. That will be off the glove of Wildly. Poonsley Fair running into the outfield to field it. Here is Nate Yourself coming in at center field. Nate Yourself giving Chesty Squiders a bit of a rest. Squiders, bit of a slump. But of course, so many talented players on the Dutchman team. They do enjoy rotating the lineup and, of course, giving everyone rest. A 42-game season that expands to 84 in the 20s. I don't know what kind of regimen these players will have to find themselves to be beholden to. And that's going to be a fair ball that will load the bases. No, it will not. The throw in time. Crispy Yellow with the catch. And Stramplison is out at first. However, with one out, runners on third and second in scoring position. Here's Goody Fine. And that should be an easy play. Not in time at the first, but not in time at home. And he sacrifices home the first run. The Dutchman on the board with 2 outs. And Mike Gunk, the catcher, only batting 178. Not having the best of batting seasons, but he is he's been splitting time with Rob Dobster as the catcher for the Dutchman. And Gunk, I think, has been given the go-ahead today in the start of the series. He's going to ground out to the second baseman. That is Poonsley Fair with the play. And the Dutchmen get the first run on the board. It's 1-0 at the top of the third. Here is Truss Grundleson, who has been the leadoff hitter for the last series of games for the Brown Trousers. Seems to be enjoying that placement in the lineup, I must say. And he's going to single that one right into the middle. Nate Yourself with the catch. Throwing it right to Max Beef, who's covering second, keeping Grundleson at first. Here's Crispy Yellow. Crispy Yellow, the first baseman. Batting .329. Aside from Front Sovin, has the highest batting average of the Brown Trousers. He's batted in 12 runs. I believe he leads the team in runs batted in. And he would love to add 2 more to that total by bringing home himself and Grundleson. This looks like it's in foul territory, but it's playable, and it is Booty Cooks getting under it and making the throw, so that Grundleson had to tag up or did not even leave first base. That is foul, and again, 0-1. This is for Mickey Lice, moving up in the order due to resting some players, such as Greep Barlow. And he's going to pop that one up into foul territory. Max Beef returns it, but that was Bent. Excuse me, that was not Bent Wiley. That was Venus Jackson with the catch. And, oh, goodness me, hit right in the hip by McDan is Trant Sovin, and he did not look happy about that. He's going to get on first base, but I think McDan was not happy about it either. But again, 2 outs, facing Willie Pregnett, and Pregnett struggling a bit as of late. And the out is easily recorded at third, fielded by McDan himself. The throw to Booty Cooks, very easy. It's academic. We go to the bottom of the third. They strand runners on first and second. And it's Beef Nuggets, the pitcher spot. Excuse me, it's Dave Don McDan, the pitcher spot, who's going to fly that one out to Truss Grundleson. Is able to get under it. Thought it would drop in time. And Venus Jackson, top of the lineup for the Dutchman. Venus Jackson batting .419 on the season. That is astounding. He's touched home plate 21 times, only batted in 8 of them. So he's been a great leadoff hitter at getting. He's been great at getting on base. And the rest of he's going to strike out that time. Unfortunately, he also that is his 5th strikeout of the season. And it looks like Booty Cooks is going to fly that one out, pop it out to Poonsley Fair for a 1-2-3 inning for the Dutchmen. They really do know how to string some offense together. Venus Jackson, again, scoring 8 runs batted in, but scoring 20-run runs himself shows you that the rest of that team can really just bring home the offense, and that is going to be a diving play, not in time for Jackson. And Dunk Ferrari is on base. Bench player coming in from Bree Farlow, trying to work his way back into the lineup. Dunk Ferrari was the cleanup hitter for a while. He had a bit of a hot streak, but he has a habit for striking out as well. He's going to try to steal second, and he's going to get there. So the stolen base, and this Milwaukee crowd is going to shame that man, and 3-1 the count with a runner on second. Foul fills up the count for Coonsley Fair, and he's going to walk. Coonsley Fair, who has struck out 9 times, 10 including tonight, will walk to first base, and they have runners on first and second for Bent Wildley, and Bent Wildley with beef nuggets on deck. Wildley is going to smash that one into left field. It's gone to industry. A 3-run home run for Bent Wildley. His first home run of the season. He is yet to hit a home run until this very evening. What a surprising at-bat, I must say. He's a very good batsman. 319 on the season. Almost entirely singles. So that is his first home run. And he gets it when it's needed the most. That's Beef Nuggets, the pitcher, striking out for the first out of the game, of the inning, excuse me. Back to the top of the lineup, it's Russ Grundleson. That's going to get right past Max Beef. Doesn't have the versatility at shortstop, but has the batting power. Here's Crispy Yellow with the runner on first. 1 out. Crispy Yellow again leads the team in runs batted in with 12 going into today's game. He's facing a 3-0 count. No need to swing at this point if McDan can't get on target, and it's a 4-pitch walk. And Dave Dump McDan looks a bit nervous, a bit tense. His fitness is there, his speed is there. He just needs to get an out or two and get his confidence back. He's going to give up a single up the middle. The throw at home is not in time. He had to act as the cutoff man. And that is a shame, but it looks like, yes, Food Thoyd, who has in the past been playing as the closing role, he's going to come in as relief. He's been leading the team, and that's going to be a Fancy Dan to end the inning. So a Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan, and try their selection of shampoos, styling salves, and gelatin-based crimping supplies. I don't know. They do everything with gelatin these days. Meanwhile, 1 out already recorded here is Max Beef. Russell Buxton, of course, the first out of the game, of this inning, excuse me, again. And that should be a single for Beef. He's on with the single. Bringing up Nate Yourself. Batting .286 going into today's game. 2 runs batted in. Only 21 at-bats. So, been coming off the bench to start for him. He's going to foul that one off for 0-2 is the count. Watches ball 1. Again, fouls that one out, making Beef Nuggets use up a lot of pitches. And that's going to go through the gap between second and first. He's on with a single, and Beef moves to second base. And this is now Ben Morkstramplesen. He's going to pop that one up. It looks like it's going to be playable by the pitcher. The runners tag up, and that's out number 2. Woody Fine, 7th in the order. Pops that one up, should be easily playable. Yes, Tronshoven gets under it. And the Dutchmen strand 2. It's a 4-1 game with Food Thoyd on the mound going the long haul, scratching his buttock. And that should be easy for out number 1. He feels it himself, getting out Willie Pregnant. Here's Dunk Ferrari. Dunk Ferrari for the brown trousers. Again, has gotten on base already once today. Looking around him, 2-1. Food Thoyd. He's got a lot of motion on his pitches. Very much a fastball pitcher, but has a slider he can use. And he's going to use it to strike out Dunk Ferrari for out number 2. Food Thoyd. You have to talk about him being perhaps one of the most valuable players on the Dutchman side. His statistics as he gives up a single, just as I'm about to talk him up a big game. Poonsley Fair singles up there, and this is bent wildly. Food Thoyd has gone 6 saves for the Dutchman. His ERA over 24 innings, 1.5. He struck out 7, and his whip is .625. He's one of the best relief pitchers in the entire league. He's going to be up to bat right now. With Mike Gunk on first, he's going to drop that one in for a single. Gunk has to slide in for the keep this run alive. Perhaps Beanish Jackson can help things out here. He's going to foul off the first pitch. And Beef Nuggets up to 52 pitches. That's going to be popped up. It's infield fly rule. He will be waving that one off. Infield fly, so the 1 out is recorded.
Now batting, number 4, the first baseman.
That is fouling off the first pitch. The Booty Quooks. Bottom of the 5th. Looking at that one, foul ball again. 0-2 the count. Beef Nuggets pitch count just getting higher and higher. And that's going to be a strikeout. Up comes Bustles Muxon 0 for 2 today. Muxon worked his way back into the side, into the lineup. He's been batting .314 with 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Only 3 strikeouts. And that will be the 3rd out of the 5th inning. Well, top of the 6th, it's Beef Nuggets. The pitcher, we'll see if this is when they pull him out of the game. No, he will continue to pitch. He is up to bat, facing Food Thoyd. Going to foul off the first pitch. And he's going to line out the second one right to Booty Quooks for out number 1. Here it is, Truss Grundleston back at the top of the lineup. And Booty Quooks diving onto that one. Thoyd gets the first base. It's out number 2 on 3 pitches. Crispy Yellow takes strike 1. 20 pitches already for Food Thoyd. And that's going to be a single up the middle for misfielded for a second by Nate Yourself. He stays on first. That is 1 on, and here comes Mickey Lice, 2 for 3 today with both singles. Batted in one of the 4 runs. Mickey Lice, he found him in the middle of the order, and he's going to ground that one out. Stramplison diving onto that one and preserving the 0 for the inning. Well, Max Keefe is going to lead things off here for the Dutchman. Nuggets pitches. That is Ball one, he's going to foul off the second pitch. Swings at the third, and that is going to be quite the swing. Makes contact on the fourth, but it goes right to Crispy Yellow. He will take the few steps and put himself right onto first base. Yes, Max Beef versus Beef Nuggets was noted there. It's a lot of cow. Fouls that one off into the stands. That's going to go far and past the right fielder. Right past Truss Grundleson. It's going to be a double. A stand-up double, keeping the inning alive for the Dutchmen. And that is Nate Yourself on second base. Here comes Ben Mork Stramplerson. Would love to see some offense for Stramplerson. He's going to pop that one up deep into right field. Grundleson should have it. Will Yourself try to tag up. I don't think that hit was deep enough. Here is Goody Fine with 2 outs. Needs to hit this one. A line drive into the outfield would potentially bring home Nate Yourself. Take strike one, is yet to swing. 1 on the count. Swings hard on that one. It's going to be chased down. It's going to be played off the wall. It's a double. Misfielded. It's a double. He might have been out. It's 4-2 as Nate Yourself will score. In comes a pinch hitter for Mike Gunk. It is Nello Buthrot. Nello Buthrot has not been starting for the Dutchmen regularly, but he came off of an injury. He took after hitting a home run, he must have injured something on the rounding of the bases or the swing, and had to go out of the game. So has been coming in sparingly, but he comes in as a pinch hitter now. Fills up the count for Beef Nuggets, up to 78 pitches, my word. And he's going to walk, putting runners on first and second. The tying run is now on first. Food Thoyd will come out for Chesty Squiders. And Beef Nuggets is going to come out for Tiddly Bonetti, one of the most reliable relievers for Philadelphia. Tiddly Bonetti, 4 strikeouts. He's got a 2-1 record, actually. He's going his ERA of 2.298. Only not too many hits per his inning pitch. And Bonetti, that's going to be out number 3, right to him. And Jonathan Mushboy will come in for relief. And the Dutchmen, knowing they're up against a strong team in the brown trousers, are going to be exercising that, very much exercising that bullpen. And here's Mushboy going to pop that one out. It's to Bustles Muxon for the first out. Here's Willie Pregnet. They got Trent Sylvan out. Mushboy, of course, you may have noticed that Booty Cooks has moved to catcher. It's not his natural position. I imagine that Rob Dobster may have to come in at some point. But Buthrot has moved to first. And that should be out number 2. Dunk Ferrari coming in. Well, he's staying in, actually, not coming in, but staying in. And takes strike 1. Dutchmen looking to try to put a late rally on. They gave up 4 early in the game, I believe in the 4th inning. Got 1 back last inning. And this should be a playable 3rd out. Bustles Muxon gets under it. There's the catch. And Venus Jackson, Booty Cooks, and Bustles Muxon, the top of the order for the Dutchmen. I imagine they want to get another, and Greet Barlow is going to be coming in for Dunk Ferrari as a fielding change. So Greet Barlow going into center field. And I think maybe Booty Cooks, they want one more at-bat from Mr. Cooks. That should be easily playable by Poonsley Fair. Makes the throw. Right to Crispy Yellow. Here is Booty Cooks, who is playing at catcher, not his position at all. I would have to imagine he's going to swing at that one hard. This is why you keep him in. To industry, he hits a solo home run. Booty Cooks goes long for Industry. To Industry indeed. Booty Wooks hitting his third home run of the season. And that home run is brought to you by Industry brand fragrances, colognes, and perfumes. If it smells good, then it clearly is Industry. Found wherever smells are sold. Here is Max Beef, and boy, I think with a runner on first in Bustles Muxin, I think Max Beef would love to just send this out of the park. It's going to drop for a single, but the run at... Oh, the throw to second was in time. It's out for Muxin. Here's Crispy Yellow going right to second, and out number 3 is recorded. So they get one back. They're chipping away at it, but it's still 4-3 for the Brown Trousers here in the top of the 8th. It's Poonsley Fair. Having a great day at the plate. Fouls that one off, facing Jonathan Mushboy. That's going to be dove onto by Max Beef. Unable to get to it. It's a single. Goody Fine ensures that it is just a single. You have to wonder if the Dutchmen are going to try to get the lead, or at least a draw, at least tie it up in the bottom of the 8th. That is going to be hit long and far. It's going to be played off the wall by Bustles Muxin. And that's another single. If the Dutchmen can get the lead, or at least, and Tiddly Benetti is going to be coming out for Kegel Scalia. Kegel Scalia as pinch hitter. He's going to pop that one up, so shows up for just one pitch and a swing. And back on the bench, Mr. Scalia. As the Philadelphia Brown Trousers will go to their bench. And potentially Gravy Train, their closer. That's going to be fouled way deep into the outfield. And again, another big swing. Is it going to go far up? It is to Industry. The Brown Trousers seem to have done it yet again. Truss Grundleson, with his third home run on the season. He hits 3 in for a 7-3 lead. And Jonathan Mushboy continuing to just have a timeout there. His game is slipping away from the Dutchmen. They're going to have quite the bottom of the 8th. If they look to regain this, that's going to be another single up the middle to Nate Yourself. And of course, the next game, Goof Alibi will be starting out for the Dutchmen. 4th in the rotation, but he's had quite the season. Well, he'll be facing Jeffrey Rims for Philadelphia. He's not had as good of a season, so that should hopefully be a pitcher that the Dutchmen can get something from. That's going to be out number 2. Caught shallow by Bustles Muxin. And here comes Tront Sovin to the plate. He's going to swing at that first one. It's going to go high in the air, far into center field. It should be playable for Nate Yourself. He gets under it. And that's going to be it. Kegel Scalia will in fact come out for Gravy Train, the closing pitcher. Looks like the Brown Trousers are going to want to get 2 full innings out of Gravy Train. Gravy Train has been typically pitching on average about an inning a game. But he's come in a little early if they needed him to. He's got 5 strikeouts and ERA 4.091. So again, a single already allowed. It's been a bit not as certain of a pitcher that they can expect, but that's going to be an easy out right there. Popped up. Fouls that one off. Ball 1. 1-1 the count for Brat, and that's Bent Wildly going to look for the Fancy Dan. He gets it! Wildly to Yellow with a stop in the middle to Poonsley Fair. It's a Fancy Dan double play, bringing the Brown Trousers back to the plate in the top of the 9th, leading 7-3, brought to you by Fancy Dan's Follicle Products. put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. That's going to be ball one for Mush Boy, still out on the mound. And that's going to be hit long and far to industry, another home run. And the Brown Trousers are truly finding the offense. It's 8-3. With Willie Pregnant hitting a home run, his 6th of the season. That's going to be Greep Barlow going up the middle. He's on first. Here's Poonsley there. I must say, all of the Brown Trouser bats are coming alive today. That should be easily played by Goody Fine. Barlow has to tag up. Here is. And Bood Hooges coming in for Jonathan Mushboy to get perhaps 2 more outs. 1-1. Bood Hooges, the closing pitcher for the Dutchmen. Obviously no save opportunity, but want to get some relief work in for him. 3-2. Building up the count now. That's going to be swung and hits foul. And he's going to walk the first batter. Well, Bent Wildly will go to first. And here is Gravy Train. Swings at the first one. Again, Gravy Train, the closing pitcher, going to be coming in. No save situation. They're leading by 5. That should be popped up and easily caught by Venus Jackson for out number 2. Truss Grundleson, 3 for 5 today. What a day Truss Grundleson's had. Brown Trousers really coming into their own. His 6th at bat, that just shows the kind of day we see. And Hooges is able to field that and get the 3rd out of the inning. Well, the Dutchmen have a lot to do. They have to come back from 5 down with 3 outs. And Bood Hooges will likely be coming out, yes, for Rob Dobster. And that's going to be strike number 1. 1-1 the play, and that's going to be starting things off with a single for the Dutchman. Greep Barlow will have to field that in center field. Could not get into the Poonsley Fair at second. Here's Venus Jackson, top of the lineup. Strike 1. No outs again. Ball 1. 10 pitches for Gravy Train. Doesn't want to give up this sizable and, I must say, very cushy lead. That's going to be right to Poonsley Fair. Tries to catch Dobster off his base at first. This should be easily played to end the game. Wildly to Fair to Yellow. A Fancy Dan ends the game. The Brown Trousers win it, and they increase their streak to 6 games in a row. The Milwaukee Dutchmen maintain the lead in first place, but they give 1 game away to the Brown Trousers, who are only 1 game out of first place. Final score of this game: the Philadelphia Brown Trousers 8 runs off 15 hits. The Milwaukee Dutchmen 3 runs off 12 hits. And of course, you can check your afternoon papers for the box scores. I can tell you that Beef Nuggets is recorded the winning pitcher. Dave Dump McDan, the loss is awarded to him. And of course, we go to the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, who have awarded their 3 finest dandies of the day. The 3rd finest dandy goes to Nate Yourself, goes 3 for 4 with a double and a run. Truss Grundleson is the 2nd finest dandy of the day with a 3 for 6 record. With a home run, 3 RBI, and 2 runs himself scored. But Bent Wildly, with a home run, 3 RBI, 2 runs, and going 2 for 4, is the finest dandy of the day, brought to you by the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, reminding you always to smoke wheat every day. Well, that will do it for us here at the Milwaukee Baseball Grounds. Wish we had a better result to report to you, but unfortunately that's not how it's going to go today for the Milwaukee Dutchmen. They continue their 3-game series with the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. The next game being tomorrow, and then the day after that, so 3 games in a row against the Brown Trousers. Against Goof Alibi, will take on Jeffety Rimps on the mound for that game. And it will be an interesting game there, but we'll see you again tomorrow and find out how that can go. So the Dutchmen still hold on to first place, but they're only 1 game ahead of the Brown Trousers, who are surging on a 6-game winning streak. So until next time, my name is Ronald McSticks. Thank you for listening to 9XM, and thank you for listening to Milwaukee Dutchman Baseball.